So I'm finally gonna have an LP part today. I know, who knew that would actually come back finally? But yeah, I finally got one recorded and I'll record one after I upload it, and hopefully I'll get this LP fucking done and we can move on to the next one. But anyways, hey guys, it's Wild. We got a match here today against XDigitalBeam, obviously Black and White 2 OU. He's actually just using Black and White 1, so he's more using a Black and White 1 oriented team. But, you know, I'm using that one team. So, looking at his team, he's got the Mammoth Swine. I know everyone pointed out on my last match, I'm fucking Mammoth Swine weak. I get it. It was just a random team thrown together. It's obviously going to have its weaknesses and blah, blah, blah. But, otherwise, nothing else is too threatening on his team. Like, Gastrodon can be annoying just because Breloom's the only thing I have left or the only thing I have to really, like, kill it quick. Otherwise, it's going to take a little bit of work to take it on. Otherwise, it's not that much of an issue. So, really, it's just Mammoth Swine and Gastrodon I have to watch out for. And the rest of his dudes, I shouldn't have any trouble with because they're not that threatening in general. So, I'm not really going to mention or worry about them. So, there's really no point to. So, I'm not even going to bother. And you guys will just deal with it. But, yeah, mainly Mammoth Swine and Gastro because those are just going to be really annoying. But, potential leads on his end. I'm thinking maybe we'll just go with the Breloom just because I'm thinking, hey, I'll probably just want to get Sand up with Tyranitar because he will obviously not outspeed my Politoed, so he can get a Sand up. So I was thinking, okay, maybe he'll just want Sand. So I'm just going to lead off with Breloom because I'm a dumb fuck. But he's going to predict that and lead to Alakazam. Not like it's that bad because I think he can easily just switch out to Jirachi and easily take any hit, but oh well. I mean, at least now I got him behind a sub, I don't know, but Shadow Ball does absolutely nothing, so I'm not too bothered by having to take one, so we'll just deal with that. But I know here he'll probably want to switch and not into something that can not take an Iron Head, so I figure let's Thunder Wave, see what happens, but it happens to be Ferrothorn, so I'm like, okay, why did I even Thunder Wave? Because now that I think about it, anything that can take an Iron Head can also take a Thunder Wave well, so it's like, what am I doing? So going to Breloom now, because I know I can take on Ferrothorn amazingly. So I go for an SD just because I totally forgot about the Mammoth Swine for a minute. So I was like, okay, let's just set up an SD. He goes to Gyro Ball, almost takes me out. And I'm like, oh, that kind of hurt a lot. But Mach Punch is able to easily take him out. Get a crit, did not matter as far as I remember, because I think I ran the calc a long time ago, and it kills, so whatever. But now he's going to go into the Mammoth Swine, just decide, fuck it, I'm just going to leave him Breloom as fodder. I don't really need it that much anyways, because it can only get one more attack off, and he can easily switch around it to make that attack not do anything. So, going to Politoed, because it looks like he might be locked into the Ice Shard, so I figure, okay, I can bait him into thinking I'm going to go for like a Water Move, so I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Grass, but he goes into T-Tar just wanting to get Sand up, knowing he can take any move at least once. I'm like, wow, fuck, I am really over predicting right now, but now I'm just gonna go straight into Jirachi because I figure best move I can do right now because Jirachi can kind of Iron Head him to death, and nothing on his team now that Ferrothorn is gone is gonna want to quote unquote take an Iron Head because the rest of them they take a little bit more damage than they should, so it's like yeah. But I go for Iron Head once, and I'm just gonna keep going for it because I don't really want him to do anything, and if he switches out, like I said, I have plenty of checks to take on the rest of his dudes, except for Mammoth Swine. So, well, also Gastrodon's going to be a bit annoying, but he's going to go into the Gliscor, which easily can take on a Jirachi. So I'm going to go to my own Gliscor, because I figure, okay, I can just Ice Fang a ton of times, and we'll go from there. But he goes for Protect, showing me he might actually not have Roost. So I'm just going to go for Stealth Rocks, knowing I can at least take one hit, and then I can just start doing whatever the fuck I want, which is going to consist of roosting right here as he goes for ST, and I'm like, oh, okay, so he's just a normal Gen 5 Gliscor, that's fine. I mean, I can figure out a way to kill him, so it's not a huge issue, but got the roost off, just going to go for my own Ice Fang here as he goes for his, which obviously his does a lot because it's +2, but mine does not do as much as I thought it would. I thought it'd do like a little bit more, but oh well, that's how it goes. But I know he probably won't want to overpredict at this point, and he'll just want to try and kill my Gliscor if he can, so I'm just going to go into Politoed and, you know, satiate his needs of Ice Fanging. But, my throat. But, I'm going to go for the, Hydro Pump here, because I just want to try and hit this Gliscor. He does go for Protect, but I was thinking maybe he'd predict me to switch out, and I can just go for Hydro Pump and try and kill his Gliscor, but he does just make the safe play and go into Gastrodon. I'm like, oh, well, I'm stupid. Why am I over-predicting so much? Like, I don't know. I'm just being stupid, but decide, alright, let's just sack Gliscor, because I don't really need it that much now that it's so low, and it's just like, yeah, fuck it. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake, just get some damage off, and then hopefully I can go into something else to try and kill this thing. So that's kind of the game plan here. Plus, with Mamoswine around, I don't really need this thing, so I'd rather sack it to get the betterment of trying to kill this Gastrodon. So I'm going to go into Dragonite, because again, that's kind of bait for the Mamoswine, so I just want to get as much damage off as possible. And I get the superpower off. It doesn't quite take him out, but it still does a substantial amount of damage. But he just goes straight for Ice Beam, and since he does have the special attack boost, that is easily going to take me out. So I'm like, okay, I'm sacking all my things to this thing. Well, let's stop sacking, and let's actually kill this fucker. So I'm going to go into Tornadus. I'm just going to go for the safe Hurricane as opposed to predicting the switch, because I'm done over predicting right now. But he goes into Tyranitar, and which is kind of obvious, but I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to go for it, because I don't really care at this point. I just don't want to play too risky, because I've already done that enough. But now I'm going to go for Focus Blast. Luckily it does hit, and it will take it out. I might actually switch it to Superpower, but I haven't decided yet what I want to really do. But I do take out the Tyranitar, which is good. So now I win the Weather War. It's not like he really needed the Weather War anyways, so it's whatever. But now he's going to go into the Mamoswine. I'm just like, fuck it, Tornadus. I think you've done your job. I think I can kind of finish off with Politoed, so that's going to kind of be what I'm going to do. But going to go into Politoed now, and I know he'll probably want to predict the Hydro Pump, and nothing on his team will want to switch into that. So I'm thinking, okay, what's common ground that could hit both Gastrodon and Mamoswine? So I was like, let's go for Focus Blast. That should kill off the Gastrodon. If Mamoswine wants to stay in, that should kill Mamoswine too. So that's going to be what I do. And I do kill off the Gastrodon just fine. So that works for me. But now he brings in the Alakazam. I'm just going to go into Jirachi because that's the best thing I have to take on Alakazam. So, you know, I'll just do that and start Iron Heading and break his sub and, you know, tank his hits all day. But he's going to go for the Focus Blast right here. Obviously does a little bit, but, you know, not quite enough to really matter. But I do break his sub, and then I'm just going to go for another Iron Head just in case he wants to switch out. I can get a strong Iron Head on something, so I might as well just do that. And he happens to just go out to Gliscor, so that Iron Head does a pretty cool chunk. So I'm not going to complain about that. But I'm figuring, okay, let's just leave in Jirachi to die, because basically my main chance of winning is, well, my only chance of winning is I only have Politoed left besides this Jirachi. So my only chance of really winning at this point is if I hit 3 Hydro Pumps in a row. And it's not like I really need to get any extra damage off the Jirachi. I'm just sacking it so I get a free switch into Politoed. So, like I said, right now my only chance is I gotta hit 3 in a row. Gotta kill the Gliscor, and then kill the Alakazam and kill the Mamoswine. So he protects there, just a quick PP stall, but I still have plenty of Hydro Pumps, so it's not a huge issue. But I luckily hit the first one, so that will take down the Gliscor. So that's a good start so far. So I'm thinking, alright, I'm feeling okay. I'm actually feeling pretty bad because I feel like I'm going to still lose and miss a fucking Hydro Pump somewhere. But he goes for Ice Shard randomly just to get extra damage off because he knows it'll probably 2KO. And if I miss Hydro Pump, then whatever. But I luckily hit the second Hydro Pump, so I'm like, okay, I need to hit the last one in Alakazam, and I got this. Come on, Politoed. You've stood by me so far. Let's fucking finish this. And I do get the last Hydro Pump hit, so that'll be the match. So good game, XDigitalBeam. Politoed really pulled through it at the end there. That was pretty nice though. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know. I really have nothing better to say right now. I guess I'm probably gonna construct a better team sometime. But you know, this is just a random thrown together shit and just slightly modified to make it slightly work. So I don't know. It's not the most coherent team in the world, but it's a team, you know. But yeah, I'll be part up later. Haven't said that for a while, but yeah, I'll be part up later. Otherwise, that's it for the battle video. So hope you guys enjoyed, etc. blah. Recommend, sub, and later, guys.